Hi, this is Renee and Kent Miller, and we are back talking about predictions, and this is part 14. This is taken from October of 2007. And so, again, we're going to share our screen. I do want to interject. What we will do is present the predictions in the original language and our interpretation.
What we feel it might mean. Some of them are set pretty much, but some of them I'm not sure. We'll just give what our thoughts are.
And this one is particularly up for debate. So we urge you to use your own discretion. And where appropriate, we will advise as far as preparation is concerned and any background understanding that we may have. So let's share the screen here.
October 2007. So, when they advertise this as everything is connected. And back in 2007, I had gotten...
Trying to enlarge this. There we go.
In 2007, I had gotten words and I saw visions of not only just a hurricane or a tornado, but what I had gotten was huge amounts of tornadoes where it's going to cause a pocket loss, which is going to cause many people money out of their pockets because the hurricane is going to be so severe and so huge within the realm where they live. There's going to be, hundreds of tornadoes. And so to praise the damage, because the reality is really within yourself.
So we had a little discussion about this prior to this filming, and we feel as though when people go through something as terrifying and catastrophic as a tornado or as a catastrophic event, that they come out of it with a transformation of the way that they look at things.
And the transformation may be short-lived, or it may change their life completely.
And so, on one hand, they may have lost absolutely everything, every material thing that they have and that they own.
But not their family.
But grateful that their family and their loved ones are still alive. So,
and that's where the variance in established attitudes will change.
Yeah. So where is our priorities? Where are our priorities? And the material world can be replaced most of the time. It's not what we take to the grave. And we have to understand, when we leave this world, what do we take with us?
And so that reflects on the next sentence. There will be a short time of understanding by many, not by all, but by many. It will be a time to reflect on their family, their surroundings, their loved ones, and reflecting love. So time for those to get in their place, all interrelated, interconnected.
So when they say time for those to get into their place, everyone has a place where they fit into the universal puzzle. And
every piece of the puzzle is important. There's no piece that's more important than another.
So perhaps you have this yearning or this desire or something driving you from within to move to a certain area. Where is that coming from? A lot of people have that, but do they act on it? And there may be a reason why you need to be in that location.
Yeah. And it's not, oh, I like living there because I like the neighborhood or the trees look nice, something like this. This yearning that takes place, if you want to understand why you're here, then you have to follow that yearning. And it may take you to where, oh God, I don't want to live out here in this place or over here in this place, but that's where you're supposed to be.
And that's where you will contribute your part or your piece of the puzzle. And that in turn makes the universe much more effective in its ability to function as a ever-expanding consciousness.
Yeah. So the guides or mentors said that we cannot predict the stupidity of humanity, but they can predict and foretell the events of Earth Mother. So there's going to be many headlines. And we had discussed whether this was the 2008 or 2016. This seems to me it fits the 2016 because the president that was elected, unexpected winner of the primary, not who you think.
But this could be the 2008 election because this was a prediction that was given in October 2007, just prior to the primary.
Yeah, but these are predictions or farther down the road than just very close recently.
Sometimes.
Because, don't forget, the now president ran against 16 other people in the primary.
Yeah.
And he came out.
But
and was not expected to.
That's right. But for comparison, Obama in 2008 was in the primary running against Hillary Clinton.
Well, but Obama was,
and she has been
charged.
Favored for some time.
Well, lately, but I don't think she was that much favored in 2008. But this is the point of discussion. And this person that was elected in the primary and became president prevails to the interest of others. And we were trying to think, what are others? Is that the military? Is that the industrial complex?
Or is it the deep state? Or
not the interest of the deep state?
Is it the prevailing of the public?
So
this is still up for debate.
As many predictions that can be discussed. And anxiety will begin to mount. We've seen anxiety really begin to mount since this person was elected. Quietness will prevail for a short time. And look out, many headlines.
So we're seeing that many headlines occurring now, even. So we've already
the last couple of years been occurring.
Yeah.
But it was a short quiet time. At the very beginning, about 100 days, and then many headlines. And then this next line, I think, fits perfectly. This fire, not a natural thing, and we got to figure the fire in California last year. It devastated the state, and it was not natural things that started it.
There were a lot of highly suspicious fires throughout California, but there were fires in other countries too, but we have to assume that this is the United States because this is where we are living, and most of the predictions that we get are concerning our area.
So that because of the fires last year throughout the world, in places that normally did not even have fires, it happened. So this is something that we have to concentrate on and think, okay, where did this come from? What to reflect to?
I think the bigger picture here is that maybe not so much one thing in particular, but when you add all of these up, it clearly paints a picture of today's world.
Yeah.
And these signs, the predictions are to be taken as signs that we are in the midst of some big change right now. this is the transformation. It isn't anything flowery. It's not that we're going to wake up one day and suddenly we're going to be living in utopian society. This is a destruction of the world that we live in now, as we know it, to make way for something new.
Yes, that's a correction to antiquity, correcting antiquity thought. And the old is new. That's bringing back, trying to bring back the older way of doing things.
And so we have gone astray as far as our spirituality and our growth. And the cycle is kind of like circular, right? And so we're coming back to the original starting point where the cycle begins. And we are being told that we need to return to the ways of our ancient forefathers in antiquity.
To know those things.
Yeah. We're going to be bringing back ceremonies, and a new spirituality will come back to humanity that resonates like the way it was.
Especially our way of living. We've gone to, we've looked up the ancient grains and ancient foods which our forefathers ate, because today's foods are so lacking in nutrients, and we've been eating ancient grains. And some of them were,
that was our guidance. And you know, we talk about conceptual learning, where you take different data points and you connect the dots so you can see larger picture. And they told us that when you study these ancient grains, what they are composed of, what nutrient value they have, and the effect that they have on the body, that is an exercise in conceptual learning to see the larger picture of how these ancient grains are designed to nourish our bodies in ways that helps to prevent disease.
And just a couple of the ancient grains, what do they call it?
Well, quinoa. People are very familiar with quinoa right now, but amaranth, buckwheat, there's quite a few ancient grains.
Yeah, you can look those up.
So that is a part of the homework that each person needs to do themselves.
Bring back the old, having a new again. But anyway, transformation is live with vibrational tuning. You've talked about this before. The height or depth is not important. It's the resonance of the vibration. And resonance in music, you understand the correct resonance. When music touches you, you're in vibrational resonance with that particular music. So it's beginning. God, the Creator, has spoken the truth. We have a hard time finding truth today. And if you listen to the Creator, if you can actually listen to the Creator, you can hear the truth. And you may not like the truth, but you will hear the truth. The beginning has begun. The tuning forks, which are vibrational and gives out the resonance of the sound, are beginning to sound almost all in place.
So we are entering this period of vibrational tuning, and that is to move us into a higher vibrational state for those who are ready to start this new learning cycle of conceptual learning. And there's others that they're not ready, and no matter what we do to convince them to join on with us, it's not going to happen if they're not ready. So we have to come to terms with that.
Yeah. So we talked to different Native American tribes. I should say indigenous tribes. And those that control the Earth Mother are waiting for the Native American to open the door, and then it will start.
And this has probably already happened. And
Yes.
this is a reference to ceremonial aspects and the Native Americans' heart in
They have begun
moving into this next world, the fifth world. And so
there are many tribes that are expecting the fifth world to begin fairly soon. The fourth world to end as we know it. So we don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but we know the native people. If you want to know more, speak with the natives. They will tell you somewhat what they think. You have to gain their confidence.
and their trust.
Yeah, and their trust before they open up and tell you what they feel is coming in their legend.
But most Native American tribes in their legends talk about this period of time where we're moving out of one world and into the next, and that those periods of time that have actually happened before in the past are usually met with a lot of earth changes. And the reason why that is that when we come to this part in our elliptical path, a reconnection and a rebalance has to take place. And so that starts the new cycle of the new learning cycle, and in this case, conceptual learning.
Yeah. So thing is, if you want to know what is happening so you understand, trust in the Creator. The Creator will never let you down, but you have to put your trust in the Creator. Creator's not a him, and it's not a her. It's a huge energy which communicates through those mentors that communicate with you, but you have to gain the trust. You have to go where the Creator tells you to go.
And so
It's not simple.
this is not so eventful prediction, but we thank you for joining us. And
the next one will be a little more exciting if you want excitement.
And peace be with you on your journey. Do join us for our lessons that we give that are out of The Augmentation of Man, A Study in Renaissance on our YouTubes. And also you can find it in our blogs on our website at verdience.com. That's with a V. And you can sign up for our video blog, and we'll send it out to you when they are completed. And you don't have to go searching for it. Just sign up at the bottom of our webpage.
Yeah, and our second book will be out in a few months. And it's a little easier to understand than the first book. And it's the Augmentation of Man series. So,
and it's the acquiescence of humanity.
Yeah. So look for that.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Look for that. I think you'll enjoy the second book. Anyway,
it is going to be an easier read.
Yeah.
Anyway. We're trying to make it an easier read by putting a little bit more of our synopsis in it. Anyway. Not changing the original language, though.
Anyway, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye now.